Great day, great day. It's a great day. I am Sister Efua, and this is Spiritually Speaking. Thank you for being here on today. Everything's going to be a great day. Why is it a great day? Because every day is a great day, regardless of what day of the week it is. It's a great day because you control your destiny. I think I'm going to have to flip my shoulder, so hang on, y'all. So y'all can see me and I don't keep disappearing, yeah? My skin is brown. All right, let's get started. This is our podcast called Spiritually Speaking. I am Sister Efua. Today, we're going to be talking about a couple of things. One of the most important things we're going to be talking about today is actually how do we address our ideas of being an empath, right? How do you address the idea that you are an empath? See, I keep telling y'all, everybody has the empathic gift. It just depends on how in tune you are to it and how much you're willing to trust it. But we all are empathic. There's not one person who's not. That's why you know, I better not do that. Maybe I shouldn't go to where that person don't feel right. That's what we mean when we say empathic. And that's our topic today here on Spiritually Speaking. If you're watching me on my personal page, please come over to our show page, which is Spiritually Speaking with Sister Efua. I was very confused today. For whatever reason, maybe because I had too quiet of a weekend, I ended up thinking today was Sunday. So I just said that the ancestors divine and the guides are asking me to take a longer rest today because I don't do anything on Sundays but deal with family. So I didn't even answer my phone. People were calling me like, are you good? Where are you at? And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, I'm like, why y'all calling me? Y'all know I don't answer my phone. I don't go nowhere, But anyway, today is Monday, magical, wonderful Monday. And it's a beautiful day here. A very beautiful day here. No rain today, but it's a beautiful day. And we're going to keep it moving like that. That's what I'm saying to you. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Everybody who's watching. If you're watching, let me know where you are watching me from. You can start that off right here, right now. How this program works is that I always want to try to bring you into a highlight for you to examine, not just getting the word from spirit for your particular path, but also being able to examine what causes that to be. There's always a root. A lot of people don't want to think about that, but there's a reason there really is a reason why things are happening the way they're happening. There's really a reason why you may not understand your dream or you may not understand why you're repeating steps. So we're going to be working on that on today. Again, talking about how do you manage this idea that if you are an empath, that you are an empath. And again, everyone is an empath. It just depends on how much you tune into it and what you do with it. It's not a weakness. It's not something, it's not a curse. It doesn't mean that you can't make good decisions. It doesn't mean that people can walk all over you. What it means is that you're going to be able to live your best life because now you have a little bit more awareness when things are not like they're supposed to be. That's what I said. Listen, I'm excited about today. I'm actually excited today. I'm actually going to see a friend of mine today that I haven't seen in a long time. And the last 2 times I came, I wasn't able to see them. And so it just really makes a difference. It really makes a difference when you can see people that you care about. It makes a difference when you care for people and they care for you, the same way. And you just feel good. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to eating the food too. I've been waiting. Also, I want to take the moment to invite you out to my retreat series that I'm having in September and October. September, I'm going to be hosting a retreat called the Soul Sabbatical Inner Healing Retreat. That retreat is going to be happening September 12th through the 14th, right in Arizona. And then we're going to have one for couples, and that's going to be the 17th through the 19th of October. So you got a chance to be a part. If you want to book both, I do have a special discount for those who are wanting to attend both retreats, which some people have done before. And it actually was quite enhancing to them. So you definitely can do that. Go into my Spiritual Soul Spa and you'll be able to find that link to the retreats. It requires you to have a conversation with me before we get started. Why? Because I want to make sure you understand that this is a good fit. I don't want you spending your good money, which is $1,500 per person. I don't want you spending that money and then you thinking that it's something else, right? And you thinking that it's something else. That's not what I want to happen. So welcome in and thank you for being here. Yes, yes, yes. I know, right? Because sometimes you just be like, what is going on? How are you today? Huh? I see everybody. I see you. I see you. But I just invite people to come over from the SISTA EFUA page or the IA. Oh, I don't want to get my title. The IAMA IFIMA EFUA page. Yeah, almost gave my title. I don't want y'all to know that yet. All right, let's get started. So as I was talking about this whole thing about empathy, right? To be empathic just simply means you have the awareness and you're sensitive to the feelings, emotions, and energy of a room, of a person, of a situation. And that's why I say we all have it. It's innately our fight or flight or freeze mode. And so empathy is like you can really be empathetic. You can really tap into that person's emotional, their feelings, their thoughts, and you're able to feel that and process it. But if you're unable to process it, that means it's probably triggering you or you in too deep. You're in too deep. You're in too deep. And so what prompted this conversation is that I was dealing with someone and they kept saying, you know, they were helping this person get through this rough time and they feel so overwhelmed. They had to leave and go on a long drive and yada, 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 yada. You should never have to leave your space. It's one thing to step outside to get some fresh air, to be rejuvenated by the sun, ground yourself maybe in some grass or the soil, things like that. Take a nice drink, a good stretch. That's different than being overwhelmed, overstimulated by someone else's present story. Okay. You can get a flutter in your belly and say, this person ain't for me. You should be able to know that this is a really sad situation, or I want to help this person to thrive past this moment. That's something that you should be doing. Absolutely, positively. But when it prevents you from functioning in your function, then that's when you know that you are not in control of your empathy or your empathic ability. Empathic, you can feel it. Sometimes you can feel a solution. So whenever it becomes bombarded, always recenter yourself and find yourself a way to recenter and then give a solution. Because when you give the solution, you're taking back control of that. I don't think I've invited the other group in. Hang on one second. You are listening to Spiritually Speaking. I am Sister EFUA. Thank you for being here. Do me a favor. Add 5 friends, 5 frenemies, 5 people you love, and then post it on your page and let them know we're here doing Spiritually Speaking. Absolutely, positively, so it is. So that's my conversation I want to tell y'all. Just that little bit of information to help you move forward. If you want to know more or have a personal conversation, of course, you can always go to my link tree at Spiritual Soul Spa, and you can book a no-cost consultation. It says it right there on my page, what you can do, and you can book a 15-minute no-cost conversation, and we can see if this is a good fit, if it's something that can be taken care of or not. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So that's the whole thing. And that's why I always tell people, if you are in tune to your spiritual gifts, it is never exactly. I was just about to say my thing. We do not help people. We support people. If somebody needs your help, then you have to know how far you're willing to help. But your help should not ever be your demise. Absolutely. You know what? You don't talk about being tired when I just missed the whole day today. It's already going on. It's 8, going on 9 o'clock. The whole day is gone. I just have not been answering my phones. Nothing. I was minding my business today. It's already 8 p.m. I'm trying to tell you something. All right. So being an empath is not weak. It does not mean you're broken down. Doesn't mean you can't handle anything. What it means is that, okay, there we go. What it means is that you are sensitive. You are extra aware of changes in your environment. Okay. You're extra aware. Well, girl, you and this partying. Hey, love. So just keep that in mind. You know, as an empath, you are not weak. Just like saying me. Just think about me, you know, or someone like me or someone else like me that even has anything that's very expressed and pronounced, right? You're in it, but you got to be able to control. I remember something. I just heard something. I know the churches, sanctified churches, Pentecostal churches, whatever they're called now, charismatic churches. They used to say, the prophet controls the spirit. The prophet controls the spirit. You are the one who needs to control the spirit. So if, again, to provide a solution, it's not your journey necessarily to hold their hand through the whole process, but let them unload a little bit. Then you take in a breathe, pull back in your strength, and then you begin to address. You begin to address and provide the solution. Welcome in, love. That's what it's about. That's how you maintain your power. Remember, you have power. This is not something you're just off of. This is not something that you are just kind of willy-nilly in. That's what our society teaches us, that everything has to be nice and neatly tight wrapped in a bow or fancy schmancy, when the whole time, you know, we need to be moving and grooving and doing what we got to do, regardless of who's watching, who's not watching, who's accepting, who's not accepting. Being who you have to be. Okay? I told you it'll be a couple of weeks. I told you it would be a couple of weeks. So that's the conversation, right? Like even that. You heard you should apply to a job. That's a form of your spiritual gift or your spiritual expression, excuse me. That's a part of your spiritual expression guiding you. Y'all talk about ancestors. Maybe that's your ancestors' whisper. This is what I'm saying. This is the downside. And Saturday, I did a video that talked about why African spirituality is a closed practice. And how those who are not of African descent can still go and access their particular genealogy and lineage of practice in order to amass whatever it is they need to amass without having to take on ours. Having a spiritual expression, being a seer, being able to do astrology, numerology, all that stuff, that's all universal. But there are certain processes, there are certain formulas that are specific to certain groups. Like when I went to Romania, I ended up attending a gypsy fest. And I was doing everything again. But I had a guide. I had a tour guide that was really cool and knew that I like to see local, real cultural experiences. So I was there for this festival. I guess where these young girls get kidnapped and then made the wife or something. I was there. Okay, I was there. And I also saw that they were doing their version of cartomancy. They were doing some version of like burning candles and doing different things. They had their own thing. I'm not a gypsy, but I can respect it. And I can see the commonalities. I could see the reasoning behind it. You understand? So that's where that comes from. That's where that comes from. So being empathic is, let's just say that's the kindergarten or the first or second grade. That's elementary school in the spirit world when you realize that you're empathic. That's the elementary school. Then you start realizing that not only feeling something, you can start knowing something. That's middle school. And then high school, you're able to not only know it, not only feel it, but maybe you're able to see it. And then in college, that's like where you're getting the mastery of it, of how to manipulate energy, how to interpret it, how to travel. Okay. I hope they help someone. You got it. You got it. You got it. You know, but that's the best way that I can explain it to you. So again, if you are finding yourself picking up on people's energy, being empathetic, right? Always wanting to save people, trying to honor people, trying to, being you drained out at the end. No, that's not. Sacrifice is not an option. If you sacrifice yourself, then how do you continue for the next people? Like, what is that about? Like, no. What do I always tell you? I'm available to everyone, but only accessible to a few. I'm only accessible to a few. Because no one else really needs to be there. That's good. You got to take care of yourself. So being an empath is not weak. It is not something where you need to, fight yourself. Clock it. That's it, babe. No, she ain't bring me all the lingo. You trying to pick up the lingo, because you are coming to the Midwest, aren't you? You coming to the Midwest. Okay. You're going to have a whole new language. You will learn a whole new language. Some good dancing. Okay. You're going to have a good time. I see a lot of good things again, but, so I'm going to pull these cards. I feel like I want to pull some cards today. So give me a second. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Sister EFUA. This is Spiritual Tea Time, and we are here weekly sharing information to help you be better, to expand yourself, to know the true tea about you. We ain't gossiping. We just listening in a little deeper to what Spirit got to say for you. And don't forget, y'all, if y'all find that my network or something gets crazy, just let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, we got the Ace of Wands that came out. I should have had Melanie. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get Melanie in here. She's a big card reader too, right? But what I heard about this when I pulled this up is like, things are coming your way. A real offering, and it's going to blossom you into a new thing. You got some good stuff coming. It's balanced. It's true. It's not about drama. It's not about all the stuff you left behind. This is like a new. I just heard the word, it's a baton. You're being handed a baton, like to run. You're getting your permission. And yesterday I was given something about permission too, but I don't remember what it was. Okay. I'm still figuring out, as you know, but I do got to get close. We got to choose us too. We are so quick to choose others and their needs. We're so quick to choose others and their needs that we don't check ourselves. Absolutely, positively. I always say anything you're going to give another person, if you can't apply that same level with that same intensity to yourself, you might as well not even be with that person because you're going to suffer. Hey, lovey. Mwah. I'm doing it with others, right? I'm saying you have to do that. So yeah, so I feel like that's what that card was trying to tell us. Like, you're getting a baton. It's time. It's time. It's time for you to move into this. You see, the leaves are there. The leaves are falling, but they're only falling because they're being shaken. Sometimes you got to shake stuff up in order to do it. This card actually came out like this, and I've never really done like upside down cards, which I call them reverse cards. But I feel like this time I should say that you kind of forgetting that you got options. Because this way means that you're looking at new options, different choices, potentiality of things. But if it like this, and I don't have my cards upside down. So, because I'm kind of that kind of person. I don't like my cards being mixed up. Yeah, I'm with you, sis. So you've kind of you got some stuff going on. You're getting the baton. But you're saying, oh, I want $100,000, but it's only $75,000. And so you tripping. But what's falling, this the 75,000. But what's falling is 10,000. So you really could get your money if you want to. I don't know why God got me talking about this money, but then here you forgetting about your options too. But if you just stand your ground, be clear. Yes be yes, no be no. I will have this. I will not have this. I will allow this. I will not allow this. You gotta pick and choose. You see what he's saying? He said, give it to me. But if you coming with some foolishness, I'm gonna cut your hand off. But you coming with some foolishness, I'm gonna cut your hand off for wasting my time. I'm trying to get that other 25 G's. So all y'all doing is worrying. If you don't do this, all you're going to do is be wasted. No sleep, sitting up worrying about it. You got what you need right here, but you busy on the bed crying about it. And there's even one, and some of the cars are there. So that means you surrounded by protection. That means you have the tools. You just worried about something. You're not applying it. You can do it and figure it out for everyone else, but you're not doing it for yourself. That's what I just heard. Yeah. Because see, your bed is made of it. You got it. Your bed is made. You in a made bed. Your bed is made. And it's got that sprinkles on it. Can y'all see that? I can't come too far. You see this design? You're in a made bed. And you still worrying about, you got everything made. And you still worrying about what? What? Do you know that when I get my fruit trees, right? They're stripped down like this. But they say when you do that for your trees, they come back with a bountiful harvest the next year. And I didn't believe them at first, so I just tried it out. And I shaved them down, took all the leaves and stuff off, shaved them down to bare root. And I got nectarines growing. I got apples growing. I got stuff growing. Pears growing. Why? Because it had a chance to restart. Oh, I got it. Okay, I hear you. So that's what it is. We're moving into some type of restart. You feel like you ran out of options because it's not familiar to you. You believe in that what you thought you was going to have, because you don't have that, you don't want to really accept what's here. You better get ready. You better get ready, get ready, get ready. It's coming your way. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Had you know he don't love you no more. That's what I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm telling you, you have to cut back. Because that's the residue. That's the residue. Traditionally, in my culture, when you go through a spiritual awakening, they make you shave your head so that only the new growth can grow. And what's the story in the Christian Bible? What is it called? Samson, who was a narcissist, had all his hair cut off, and he was blinded by ego. But then he got his senses. And when his hair started growing back, he got his strength back. It was pure strength, and he destroyed the whole city. Well, he's made that obvious. Okay. You got to go for it. I know. I'm telling y'all, the best thing you can do is garden. But look what this say. Rest. This card say rest. What did I just say? You in the bed sitting up worrying. You got all your protection. You got a made bed, and you sitting up here worried instead of being in the bed sleep resting. Being like I was today. like today's Sunday. I ain't got nothing to do. You got to rest. Hey, dear. Yes, you know, and here's the thing. And here's the other issue that a lot of people who are empathic or quote unquote sensitive people or healing people or people with wounds do is that, you know, we feel like, oh, the title, I'm your mother, I'm the big sister, I'm the big brother, I'm the eldest child. Today I just had this discussion with somebody and all the siblings are married except for the oldest brother. And he said to me, well, you know, I will get married. I said, but you done made 4 babies. None of them you can marry. But he can't do it because he's too loyal to helping his family, even though the sisters now have husbands. And the only one he should be worried about is his mama. Yeah, you're worrying about the wrong thing for the wrong result. How do people ever complete their path if you're always intervening? How does your child ever learn to walk if every time they stumble, you grab them right away and they never get a chance to learn how to balance or how to ride their bike by sucking in their core and pushing hard to make that wheel go straight? I want y'all to hear me what I'm saying, and this is for somebody in here. Somebody's trying to be everything to everyone. That's what I heard. Somebody trying to be everything to everyone. And again, boom, look what came out. Sleepless. You're not sleeping. You're up. Your body cannot function. Even if you have the solution and you're not rested, even if you have the solution and you're the best option, if you're not well rested, if you're not prepared, ain't no way. How you gonna do it? How you gonna do it? That's why I always tell you, I don't care what's going on. When you get upset, if you can go pour a glass of wine or you can go pour you a shot, you can pour you some water. If you can go make a whole meal to eat, these cards are talking. Because if you play your cards right, everything will be all right with you. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. These cards are talking today. And I wasn't even going to pull them. That was the thing. I wasn't even going to pull them, but I went right back, right? Because it's time for a new start, new beginning. Clean the slate. Let's go. Some of y'all about to have a clean slate. You got to leave behind what no longer serves you. You gotta move yourself into a new space. Y'all trying to, that's why I say you look like you run out. No, it's a new beginning. You got to walk away from that's what's familiar, that's confusing you, binding you, torturing you, ignoring you. That's for somebody getting ignored and you still trying to make yourself relevant. No, when a person don't see you, you move around. That was my other word I gave today. You say you're relating too much. Hey, gotta do what the Spirit says. Do. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here, Spiritually Speaking. I know YouTubers, y'all like, ooh, sister is moving today. Well, what can I say? Again, the retreat is September 12th through the 14th here in Arizona. If you want to come to Arizona, please do that. Let's book this out. It's $1,500. You come all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then I just need a little bit of your half day on Sunday. So book your flight to leave Arizona after 2 p.m. You want to have an after 2 p.m. flight on Sunday so you don't miss out. So you can get the full list of what we're doing at the Soul Sabbatical Inner Healing Retreat on September 12th through the 14th in Arizona. I will be there. Will you? And yes, we do have payment plans, but you know time is coming. Time's a wasted. Okay, right. Leave the past in the past. You cannot go forward looking in the past and trying to live there. You can't. Right. And do you know, I was doing a class for my therapy thing online, and we were talking about people pleasers and manipulators. And a lady made a very poignant point. She said the difference between a people pleaser and a manipulator is that a manipulator is intentionally, obviously, manipulating, gaslighting, da. But a people person is manipulating too, because they're doing things to get your attention. They're doing things to get what they want. So it's still not genuine. How many, was I, maybe I knew that, but I like the way in which she presented it, right? I like the way in which she presented it. And that was like a little reminder for those of y'all that like pleasing people, doing for people all the time. That's why I always say, what you getting from it? What do you get from it? What do you get from begging somebody to stay with you? What do you get from always being broke because you paying everybody else's bills, and then when your bills is paid, then you sit up there looking like a lollipop, a dry lollipop off the carpet? I'm just saying. Do what you need to do because you need to do it. Do for who you need to do, who you are assigned to do for. Sometimes your best support to somebody, that's why I say a help me, and a person has no idea how to do it. Support means that person has something, and then you need to kind of guide them, give them a little bit more, or show them the way. You should not be in the trenches. I don't borrow money. I loan money to everybody. I'll loan you some money. I ain't borrowing you nothing. That's exactly how I said it. I know how I said it. I ain't borrowing you nothing. I can loan it to you. So if you default on your loan to me, then you defaulting on our connection. I ain't got time for you. You don't have integrity. Yes, but these are wounds and scars that we all come around. Right? What are you getting from it? Why are you staying in the relationship? How does it benefit you? Why are you staying at that job? How does it benefit you? And don't tell me money, right? I can tell you a case study over and over again. People saying, oh, I married this person because they had money. I married this person because they had status. I'm with this person because I had a baby and I was lonely and I needed somebody. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, niece. You know? So if we moving into that, you got to get disciplined. That's why I say, whenever you get lonely, work on you. Whenever you feel like somebody did you wrong, work on you. Whenever you feel like you missed the opportunity, work on you. Work on you. And it all work out. Let it all work out. Is what the song's like? Let it all work out. Yes. It's late here, so work with me. I've been sleeping I ain't been sleeping, but I'm rested. Yeah, I'm rested. I'm well rested. Thank you for being here again. It's just spiritually speaking. Yeah, y'all carrying burdens, but y'all burdens about to be lifted. So quit finding reasons and excuses to make yourself be victimized by other people's. And there's, come on now. All right. It's 35 after the hour. Thank you for being here. We're going to be wrapping up. Melanie, it all. That's the only part I don't know nothing else. Let it all work out. He be like, let it all work out. That's the only thing I heard. So but I like it because that's the reality. That's the reality, is that it will work out. It's going to open itself up and reveal itself. Even if you find out something is revealed to you that the person you thought was super great is only good. Don't you want to know that? If you know a person only came with two, I don't know, what's a good meat? 2 chicken wings. 2 chicken wings. Why are you asking for the whole chicken? Post y'all questions, y'all. Post y'all questions. Melanie, hey, I know that's your song too. That's why maybe that's why Spirit's singing it. Maybe that song for both of us today. I probably should let it all work out, but ooh, I'm being stubborn today. I didn't put y'all notice I ain't got no makeup on, nothing. Oh, ooh. And y'all be posting it up. All right, let's get started. The way this works, y'all, is that you post one question. How many questions, y'all? Type it in comments. One question, one time. I go in the order in which they come. If I, by chance, get to the end and I haven't done your question, so look above you and look below you so you'll know whose name is there. And then if I happen to inadvertently bypass your name, just retype your question and say, put a star by it. So I'll know that this is the star. But you got to be patient. But notice who's above you and who is, that's it, one time. Post it one time, one question, one time. But guess what? I know sometimes you need a little bit more information. So all you got to do, all you got to do, no, quit. All you got to do is send me $10 to the Cash App or PayPal that is listed on the screen right now. $10 to the PayPal or the Cash App that is on there. It's real simple, y'all. It is your choice, not chance on PayPal and choice, not chance. Excuse me, your choice, not chance on Cash App and choice, not chance on PayPal. It is your choice, always your choice. It's not just chance. Absolutely, positively, so it is. Thank you, my dear. I feel that way too. I know. Thank you for confirming that and encouraging me. Thank you. But look, I'm feeling super good. I think I'm going to walk to the restaurant today when I hang up from, well, no, I got to take a call and then I'm going to go walk down to the restaurant because I can hear the music playing. Let the music play. Right? We're going to see. I'm going to convince to go and let's go hear some music and eat some food. Maybe we'll do street food today. All right, let's go. I've been thinking about selling some things like purses, perfumes, colognes, clothes, etc., to make some money. Spirit says you need to decide what you want and how you're going to do it. It's because you're not handling your money right is why you feel like you don't have money. You make a lot of promises to people, like that thing we talked about helping versus supporting. That's definitely you. And if I recall right, you posted something in response to that. You need to not help people. You need to start supporting people so that you can hear clearly. Whoever walk away from you, whoever makes it seem like you too difficult to get along with, and I know you got some stuff going on with adults in your life, older adults in your life. It's one thing to be respectful. It's another thing for you to freeze and destroy yourself. Right? I feel like the whole clothing thing is you just trying to grab, and Spirit is saying they don't want you grabbing. They want you to use what they're giving you first and foremost after you create a space. Okay, that's it. Okay, because I see a crate. So there's like a crate. And like they're putting stuff in there. But every time they start putting stuff in there, you start just throwing it out, giving it away. That's not what it's for. Whenever your crate, just like your teacup analogy, whenever you're given something, an idea, money, business, opportunity, relationships, you must first attend to that, regardless. Yes, in the past, some of your relationships have just been blah. This is for people. This is in general. Everybody can bite from this. When you have received things, when you get notions, you have a real heart issue around your worth. So you do kind of people please a little bit. And that's hurting you. So Spirit is forcing you to decide on you first. The clothing thing is not the issue. It's the background of it. You definitely got some abundance around you right now. So it will work, but you got to make sure you don't, how do I say that? What's that thing? There's a hole in the bucket. Dear Liza, there's a hole in the bucket. Dear Liza, a hole. Then fix it, dear Limber. Right? So that's the thing. You got to fix it. You got a hole in the bucket. There's a leak. There's a leak in your building. Right? And you got to find a place. You got to find a way to plug that hole so that you can get solid. It's like you shown options and you get opportunities, and then you start trying to include too many people because you don't want them to think you better than them. But in some cases, it's not about that. It's just about you. It's about you being in position to live your best life and get ready for it, so that then you can benefit other people. What's going on with you, girl? You crazy? You're crazy. You be crazy, girl. No, seriously. You're in a transition mode. Honestly, you're in a transition mode. You really are moving into a space where you're becoming more confident in listening to you. You're becoming more confident about the choices you need to make for you. Yeah, that's what I got for you. You're in a space, and that's why it feels so isolated to you. But remember, the old people pleasers gonna be like, oh, is they gonna notice? Are they gonna accept it? Is they gonna be mad at me? Is they gonna, right? Yeah, we ain't got time for that. We're not chasing that. Not this time around. Not this time around. Not today. Yeah. That's what I see. Your physical in reaction to you kind of doing a little bit too. You're doing a little bit too much for your physical body, but you're good. Just, again, rest. And rest don't mean lay in the bed with your social media. Rest don't mean lay in the bed and do like that car was doing. Okay. Quit eavesdropping too. Quit eavesdropping to find out and get confirmations for things that belong to you. Sometimes you don't have to know I don't have to know all the ingredients of something that I enjoy if I know somebody know how to make it. I don't have to cook everything even though I know I can cook it, sometimes I just don't. I just let them give it to me. Don't overthink it. Just keep focusing on you. Yeah. And rest your body. You might have a little change coming into your life, a little extra change, money coming in. Thank you, my dear. I don't need it. Y'all see, I'm feeling good, and it's late too. And it's a late night. Well, me and my three daughters reconcile our differences. Have a peaceful relationship. Voila. Yay.
All of them else were yay.
Ooh, yay.
Wait, was that the envelope?
Yes, they messed up. Silly willies. Okay, y'all. Sorry, I got distracted. I was waiting on something. They just got back from the post office. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll probably go walk to the restaurant in a little bit. Y'all, I'm telling y'all all my business. Just it's all on it's all on the TV now. Let me tell you what I heard before they came in. And it's so ironic that the children came back, right? And by the way, none of them told me that today was Monday either. They just was doing their thing out and about with their kinfolk. They ain't studying me. They don't care about me. But I do see there being a reckless. Can I ask you something? Who's the one that's the heaviest? That got hips. Maybe she ain't heavy. She's thicker with hips. Let's talk about her. You know, sometimes as parents, and if you want to, I would advise you to take do that no cost 15-minute session with me, Erica, and I want to go a little deeper with you. I'll give you that time. You think it's not a lot of time, but it really is a lot of time. It really is a lot of time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one with the thicker one, the bigger one, the solid one. She kind of like she has confused responsibility with abandonment. She feels like that's what that's about. Okay. I feel and so the rest are just kind of following suit. It's not that see, that's why I said last week, or maybe a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I'm getting confused because they starting to call me to do trainings and stuff, right? So I spoke about this whole mother-daughter thing. It was, what was it called? Sisters, something, something. But anyway, and I talked about mother-daughter issues. Mother-daughter issues usually result because little girls are forced too quick to act the role of adult mother. And mothers that are adults are moved too quickly to be mothers. So there are mistakes that happen. But it can be solved. So please reach out to me. Not tonight because I got somebody else I got to take care of after this before I go to dinner. But let's book it for tomorrow. Whatever the next available appointment is, just know, and I want to talk to you and try to support you with some ideas around them. Because like they just huddling up gossiping about what they believe their perception is of what happened and why it is the way it is. But you had to make some hard decisions, Erica. It's not like you were just, purposefully. Don't apologize for the toughness and the challenges that you had to experience raising them. Apologize for not understanding how to handle them when they were going through it. It's not the situation. It's their emotional needs that need to be addressed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No such thing as looking bad. The truth is the truth, and that's all to it. Like I just said, some of what they upset about, you really couldn't do anything about it. It kind of goes with the territory. Yes, there were two choices that you could have made differently, but that wouldn't have stopped the other stuff. I'm just saying, like, no, live your life. Shit, live your life. Forgive, honor, and move forward. Jeannie, did I answer your question? Where you at, Jeannie? Jeannie, I hear your mama saying, why are you doing that? And what is her challenge? What's going on with your relationship? No, I want the water. My water being this. And you can turn the air on now. Yeah, you can turn the air back on in the other room. Thank you. It'll all work out. Woo, it'll all work out. Mm-hmm. Hey, baby. Yeah. Okay, so your mama is asking me about showing me about your husband. Is this your husband? I'm saying husband. And she said, what are you doing? So whatever you're trying to do, and you're working multiple jobs, yeah, but you're not taking care of yourself, and you need to take care of yourself. Not that you're about to drop dead or anything like that. You need to take care of yourself. You can't do this. Sometimes you got to ask for help, because you, at this point, you need help, not just support. You need help because you feeling stuck. You feeling overwhelmed. You feeling like frustrated. You feel like you got to do it because you asked for this. And Spirit is saying, yes, you asked for it and we warned you. So relax. Relax. Is this nutmeg I'm smelling? Which is a good thing. It's like she's trying to cleanse you. She's trying to cleanse you. She wants you to take care of you. And then I heard something called bitter cola. Bitter cola also cleanses out your belly as well as other stuff. Is there a Tiny something? A T name? You was right about my going away party. It was great. I felt so loved. Okay. Auntie got you. Don't worry. I got you. This month for you is going to be very, very opening. Literally, I want you to know that when you say month, the rest of this month, because we're at the end, you may feel like a surge of energy by like the 23rd. 2 and 3rd. Yeah, the 23rd. I'm repeating what I'm hearing. That's why I'm trying to say it out loud in human language. You're in a holding pattern. They want to see if you're going to hold it, if you're going to hold it in. Also, they said don't go crazy with the spending, because you got a lot of, be good with what you got until October, late October, early November, before you really start trying to improve what you already got. That's what I heard. I've been having extended dreams about old friends. Hey, y'all, where you been? You've been having extended, because I was like, oh, I know this energy. Okay. I've been having extended dreams about old friends and family members, but we're not at our current ages. What's that? It's taking you back to when it was safe and when it was good, so that you can take the lesson more apparently. Look around the area of what was happening. Where were you? Sometimes we go back to our houses as children, or we go back to schools or something like that. Whatever was the place where you had the most confidence and most assuredness, that's why you're going there. So think about what each of those people represent and what's happening around there. What words are being said? I'm telling you, this month is about mastery. It's going to fine tune you. If you've been playing around, if you've been holding on to grudges, if you've been trying to avoid taking accountability for behaviors, things like that, it's a time for that. This is the time for that. There's also some new collaborations coming your way. Some type of new collaboration is coming your way. Also, you got to speak. What I'm about to say, you got to speak truth. You gotta speak the truth. Listen, the truth is not, telling the truth is not the problem. It's the person who is telling the truth that is the problem, because they want to manipulate it. They want to hold on to it. They want to make sure it comes out the way they want it and that they get some type of reward or benefit. Even it's like, oh yeah, you're right. For you, you have two truths that have to be told and spoken. It's all up in here. Speak your truth. I didn't say do it vindictively. That's not what I said. And I didn't say worry about who gonna take it well and who not. I didn't say that. I said Spirit is saying that you must speak the truth. And that dream, even, I keep seeing like a male figure, a boy in your dream. And that something about that boy's character is what you needed to take into so you can speak this truth. I'm debating on a quick overnight camping trip with the dog, but I also don't want to leave my house. Should I take her? I don't see nothing wrong with going on that. But don't take that dog if that dog is going to burden you, make you feel. See, in some ways, that dog is your friend, which is a beautiful thing. And then in other ways, you use that dog as a buffer and it becomes a burden. And you're really not going for the purpose because now you got to chase the dog. And the dog went over here and the dog jumped over here and the dog da. So then you can have a reason for not. Oh, girl, spirit wants. Well, they finna get you. Oh, the gig is up. You gotta go and do things that support you in releasing. You got a lot of energy on your back that needs to be shaken off. I don't know if you dance or not. I just saw like an older version. Maybe this is a spiritual person that's walking with you. Go camping. But if you got somebody else that can keep that dog, let them keep that dog, or be okay with letting that dog run around and get into mess. And when it eat enough cocoa bugs or it run into the right animal, it'll stop. You ain't pregnant. You like the cards because you feel like it's making a decision for you. Cards are only going to be based upon that person. That's why when a person reads the cards, it's based upon the person reading the cards. Hey, y'all, do me a favor. Can y'all like the live? Can y'all subscribe to the live and like the live for me? That would be really great. I'm really working hard and diligently because, I am self-employed. This is my business. I really want to build it back up. I'm going to go ahead and build it back up. I'm going to trust it. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to TikTok. I think I'm just going to post on TikTok. That seems to be the better option for me right now. Going live on TikTok, maybe when I move. Okay. What desire to do as far as making other ways of getting income? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense for you to ask spirit, what else should I be doing if you already overwhelmed? Your health is an issue. Baby girl, you gotta eat better. You gotta plan better. Working at home still means you gotta start your day. Working at home still means you gotta start your day. Also, I hear for you, whatever that discussion was that you had with your husband about changes, they said step back and look at it from a different perspective because it's really what needs to be done. You don't need extra sources of income. You just need to get moving. You hear me? You just need to get moving. Yeah. You got new stuff coming. You solid. You solid, Miss. I like cards. You solid. You have all the opportunities, the wherewithal in you, but you're not organized enough to pull it off because you're distracted. And listen, look what came out. Knight of Wands coming in. New opportunities. Things are done. Finalization. Take authority. It ain't a king, but damn, take authority. A knight is what protects. I do see what you're saying about trying to include everyone. I have going for myself, but I'm trying to get out of that. Yeah, it takes a time. I drank some green tea, followed up with some Sarasop droop. Yeah, it just seems like your body just fatigued. That's why I said earlier, you're doing too much for your body. Hey, love. What's coming up in August? I posted on the wrong page. Laugh out loud. It had to come. Yes, remember, we are on Spiritually Speaking with Sister Efua page. This is the podcast page. My personal page, I will not always be able to see you while we're live. I'm not sure why they do that. I have no idea. I've inquired about it. You keep tending to your garden. You have a solid foundation. Your money is getting better. You're finding resources for your children. You may even be, I feel like you're talking to somebody too. Be careful with that. Don't move too fast too soon, because you got a good solid foundation coming for you. Keep people, how do I say this? Okay, let's just say your car break down. And let's say you normally call Jerome the mechanic. But you know Jerome the mechanic like you. Or that he don't, right? Let me change it. Jerome the mechanic doesn't like you. But you call Jerome because your car broke down. And then Jerome spent the whole time saying, see, if you would have bought your car for me, da, da, da. So then it's like you're going to end up buying a car from Jerome, but it's going to be a catch to it. So be very careful who you allow to help you or do for you, because there's a consequence that you may not be willing to deal with. You need to get into... Can you do the 15 minutes and call me? Invest in yourself. That's what I want to say. Invest in yourself. If it's not me, you should invest with yourself. You need to get some support to help you finish navigating this beauty of stuff, because August is going to move very quickly for you. A lot of duties. I see a lot of duties, a lot of decisions. That's why I want you to call me, so that you can avoid letting the wrong people in your house that call themselves helping you. Plain as day. You need to wash down that living room too, them floors. You need to go buy a brand new mop, like a wet dry. What do you think it's called? A mop. Don't soak the floor, because you can't, because it looks like it's wood. So the Spirit is telling me to tell you to mop. And then wherever your window is in that room, they want you to really mop underneath there. And it's time to wash those curtains. Hey, Lovey. Okay, dear. Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to hold yourself together. You got to hold yourself together, because people will take advantage of you very quickly. And Jelani, let me back up. Thank you for that feedback. I did Melanie. Shantae. So y'all see, I'm just going down the list. Okay. Sierra, we just did. Medina, hey girl, hey. My Ian called my phone this morning about he coming to get his things. They said he command me for not talking. His end game is that his ego is broken, so he's trying to break your ego, because he see how strong you've been. Don't battle yourself with people. Listen, I posted something today. I was trying to see could I pull it up, but it didn't come up. But I posted something today on my status here, and I said on WhatsApp, and I said, it's a beautiful thing when you know your own worth and value. It's a beautiful thing when you understand how to love yourself. It's a beautiful thing when you understand that when you meet someone and you're able to become absorbed in their essence and them in yours without losing who you be. Right? And they can take you on a journey where you can experience love and support and honor and reciprocity in a way that allows you to know that there are some horrible things going around or some not wanted things going around, but that they're your escape. You know, at this point, people get used to, man, y'all just don't know. My next book and my next series of workshops I'm going to be doing lives will just shift the lives of brothers all over the world. All ethnicities will be shifted into a new space. Not to hurt them, but to show them that the woundedness that you have, you should allow your person to heal it, not try to hide it and cover it up and then open it back up to try to put it on them once you realize that you've destroyed it. His end game is that he's trying to make you falter. That's why I asked you before, what is it that you are getting? What is it that you desire? What is it that you want from him? Yes, we got children together. Okay. But what are you going to do about it? And how can we help it? How can we fix it? If you got to shrink in a relationship, if you got to shut up all the time, you got to shrink, you got to accept all the time, that's not a relationship. You're a servant because you're only taking instructions. There's no feedback. So that's the end game, to see where you crack. To see where you crack. Make in your mind what you want to do. This one right here, ooh-wee. Make up your mind. He don't have to commend you. You chose you. Why do we need his condemnation? Why do we need him to say anything about what we've chosen to do? Are you going to commend him for leaving and abandoning y'all and acting like he got a whole nother life? Come on now. Let's keep it more than 92-100 up in here. Seriously. Well, I got his energy. That's why my demeanor changed. I picked up his energy fully. Okay, my dear. Why she ain't signing on her phone? Tell her, you know me. Welcome in everybody and thank y'all for being here. I don't feel like he a problem, but I feel like he a problem. Some of the expectations she have, she better be clear that he's going to allow them. It's a good connection. It's not bad. But it definitely, he's standing on his ideas of what he believed the man is. But it's a good connection. It's very open to being very successful. But you got to make sure when he try to bypass, well, no, this is the way I am. You got to say, well, this is the way I am. And these are the needs that I have. And it's just not like a wet ass and some money. It's not just, buy me something and I'm good. Because she wants more than that. All right. That's all I can say. Hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you should drink a little tea. Maybe a big thing of tea. You get anxiety over the timelines. Is he your ex yet? Or it's just lingering? And if you haven't had communication, get prepared. Also tell the children that when they're with him, that it's not their responsibility to give an update of everything that's going on in the house. He should be there. If he want to know what's going on with you, he should talk to you. With them, he can talk to them. Are you with me? Unavailable. Yeah. That's what I got. Does that make sense? Jacqueline, I'm going to try to scroll. I was trying to add you. Yeah, he's my ex. He's married. Is that what you said? He's married. He's married someone else. Yeah. Okay, just be mindful. Let him. Don't get too involved. I think I saw Wani come in. Hey, baby. Mwah. Listen, did you hear what I said? I said, you got to let him know, like, you got your needs too that need to be done. I just feel like he's a good dude and y'all got pictures to make this thing work. But like, he's so stuck on this idea of his ways of doing things. And he wants you to just be like, okay with them. So you're going to have to say, well, if you're okay with, you want me to be okay with that, you got to be okay with me being me, because I'm not changing. Okay. Okay, exactly. And that's, I didn't want to say that on the thing, but yeah. And he ain't gonna bust a grape, but it's the reality that he needs to understand that's not okay. If you're dating exclusively and he wants you to clink clink, then he needs to act like he clink clink too. This ain't 1970. What the hell is wrong with him? Even in 1970, they weren't playing that. It's laminate. Okay. It looked like it was real wood. Okay. But it looks good. It looks good. Mm-hmm. You down south. You can grab you some blue balls. You can get some, you can get you some ammonia and salt. I'm just trying to keep it low cost, right? Ammonia, blue balls, some ammonia and salt, water, wash it down. You know. Yeah. So again, there's nothing to harm you. It's just that you need to clear the energy in that space. Watch where your baby likes to go hang out at. And that's the area you concentrate in the most. Yep. What you absolutely need, the bare minimum for now. And then you'll have a chance to upgrade. But then even still, don't go all over the place. Okay. Oh, the baby is one. Okay. Girl, he a mess. She said, I am not going for it. I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, oh no, hunty. Oh no, hunty. When girl, like I said, he's not a horrible person, but he just got a lot of wounds that he's trying to play out. And you don't need to be dealing with that. Like, because it truly is a choice. You got shit that you can bring to the table too. You got ways too. You trying to be respectful, and he think he's not being he think he's not being disrespectful, but he is. Yep. All right, y'all. I think I got everyone now. No, I got to do Nova. Hey, baby. A while ago, I applied for this position online. I was wondering what will come of it, the position online. They say stand your ground. I feel like this, the one that you really was betting on and hoping to get. I feel, sometimes people will post a job description, but they really going to hire somebody from inside because they still believe the old law. They used to say that, you just can't keep hiring from within. You got to also apply it. Yeah. I don't know why I keep repeating these questions. I'm saying, ain't nobody got time for that. It's too much. It's too much going on in your life. Where's your second question at, baby? I can see the Diamond sent a donation for a second question. Yeah, you have to get your dorm basics. Of course, you got to buy your bedding stuff, your laptop, your toiletries, stuff like that. But I'm saying don't go out and be like, oh, I'm going to paint my room purple, black, green. Don't do that. Just relax for a second. Yeah, just relax. You're welcome, my dear. Everybody's welcome. Thank y'all so much for being here today. We're going to be wrapping up. We went a little bit over. We're usually going an hour. We went a little bit over today. But I need to see Diamond's message before I go. Diamond, post your question, baby. I feel like it's about somebody that you want to be in a relationship with. Yeah. My ex-friend has distance. Okay. My ex-friend that I distanced myself from is mad at me and threatened to throw my bed frame and mattress in the trash, and she owes me money. The mail, I have mail as well as, so I have established resident. Okay, cool. Do you see me needing to file or being successful in filing a lawsuit? She's just talking shit. I don't understand why she feels like you need to actually stay with her. She'll be all right. If you don't want your name in a special book, then if you don't want your name in a special book, don't do stuff to get your name put in a special book. She can't bust a grape. She's more reactive and she likes to get loud and stuff. That's her defense. That's her defense. And also, y'all need not be trying to cross lines on y'all friendship. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do it. All right, y'all, have a great day. Welcome in. Hey, Melanie. You my last one. Yeah, I feel like he is, but that's a sticky situation your brother got going on. He needs to talk to y'all, or you need to find out what is the thing behind this situation. Is he not doing well physically? Or did he recently go to the hospital? Because I saw a hospital bed. While I'm waiting on that, I'm going to respond to Diamond. But here's the thing about the money. If you want the money back, get your case together. If you want the money back, get your case together. But really, you could just write her a quick note and be like, hey, I need you to get my money, blah, 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 blah. Period. And remember what I said. We don't give what we can't afford to be without. I see him having some. That's why I asked you, was he in the hospital already? Anyway, thank you. He's fine, but he's got to get reset. That's why I said it's a tough situation. He's also very resistant. He's also afraid, that he's losing control. Wow. But he'll be fine. They'll get him together. Whenever you talk to him, just remind him that whatever you're doing now is to benefit him so he can get back on track. Prayers and peace to you. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me here on Spiritually Speaking. I am Sister Efua. Thank you for being here. We'll be back here on Wednesday. I'm doing it again. We're back here on Wednesday, same time, same place. Until then, remember that when things begin to cloud your way, make you feel like you just can't go on, stop and scream. That's not my reality. And know that it's only a bad dream until you start to believe it. Take care.